Hi, my name is Matt. This video is about how to submit a simple domestic VFR flight notification using the NAIPS Internet Service, otherwise known as NIS. Firstly, a message on security and NIS password requirements. Regularly changing your NIS password protects our air traffic control system from unauthorized intrusion and maintains security from cyber threats. NIS passwords expire every 180 days and accounts are closed or deleted if not used for 365 days. You may change your password at any time or when prompted should your password have expired. Follow the prompts and a new password will be sent to your email address within minutes. Now to flight notification. A full list of how to format flight notifications when using NIS can be found in the AIP En Route 1.10. It is an easy to read guide and has an explanation of each field of information contained in the flight notification. Once logged in, select Flight Notification from the side menu, and to start a new flight notification, click ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization Format Plan. This will now display the blank flight notification form. The aircraft ID for this video will be NoSend. NoSend will allow you to submit a flight notification even with rego and SAR times. However, the plan will never enter the live system. It is important to remember that NoSend must only be used for flight notification testing or training. Next, we will select the flight rules and type of flight, this being VFR and a GA flight. If you are unsure of what the options mean, you can hover the cursor over the field for a detailed explanation at any time. Number refers to the number of aircraft. In this example, it will be just one. Aircraft type must be the ICAO designator, which if you are unsure of your aircraft, you can search for in ICAO Doc 8643, Aircraft Type Designators, which you can access via the Documents and Download section. Wake turbulence category for this aircraft is light. The Navcom equipment field contains a list of codes referring to a particular equipment. Clicking the icon here will display the full list. This aircraft contains the standard package, being VHF, VOR and ILS, so selecting Sierra will signal this. The pilot must be rated on the equipment specified. Surveillance is the type of transponder fitted to the aircraft. In this example, we will select Mode C. Our departure aerodrome will be the Gold Coast. If you are unsure of the correct code, click this icon. Type the name of the location and any relevant location codes will be displayed. Your date of flight can be selected using the calendar. Be sure to select the correct UTC date. As with many morning flights, the UTC date will actually be the date before the current local date. EOBT, estimated off-block time, is nominated again in UTC, 0245. Speed in knots is formatted as the first letter, N for November, then 4 digits for the speed. If the speed is below 1000 knots, use the zeros at the beginning. For example, 100 knots would be November 0100, or 90 knots would be November 0090. Altitudes are entered with an A, followed by 3 numbers in 100-foot increments. For example, 1500 feet would be Alpha 015. 500 feet would be Alpha 005. The initial level for this flight will be 500 feet, and we will climb later, which can be entered into the route. The destination is Archerfield. Total elapsed en route time is the total time the aircraft is in the air, including any delays for airwork. This is entered as an hour, minute. Our flight today will take 60 minutes, which is 0100. An alternate will not be required for this flight. The first significant point in the tracking will be Q1, followed by Porpoise Point. At Porpoise Point, I intend to initiate a climb to 2,500 feet. At any time that the speed or level changes, both speed and level are required. We are not altering the cruise speed, so it will again be 100 knots, and then Alpha 025 for the new level. It is important to note that the new speed or level is put next to the waypoint where you intend to initiate the climb or descent. The next significant point I will track by does not have a published code like Porpoise Point or Q1, so I can either use a lat long of the position or a bearing and distance from a published location. The lat long can be entered in either 7 or 11 characters, degrees or degrees and minutes, such as this: 27 south, 153 east, or for more detail, 2712 south, 15308 east. A bearing and distance can be entered in the format such as this: PRP 320018, which is the bearing 320 degrees from Porpoise Point at 18 nautical miles. The destination of Archer Field does not need to be entered into the tracking details unless there is airwork being conducted at the location, so we will finish the route description with direct. Now we move on to the other information of the flight plan. The aircraft registration is required in full, which means for Australian registered aircraft, the VH is required, and for RA Australia aircraft, the full 6 digits. I'll go over some commonly used fields in this section, but for a full explanation, refer to AIP en route 1.10, which has a breakdown of each field. The AIP can be accessed via the Documents and Download section in NIS. PBN is for performance-based navigation and only needs to be completed if you have identified Romeo earlier in the navcom. Depending on your avionics suite, you may or may not need to include any further details. The nav field is free text but limited to specifying items such as RNP2. Remember, GPS RNAV is no longer applicable in this field. The departure and destination fields are used to expand on locations that do not have a designated code, such as becoming airborne from a lat-long location. Where up in the original departure field you would enter ZZZZ, here is where you would enter the full lat-long or bearing and distance. Where possible, we recommend providing the name of the location further down in remark field. The DLE field is quite important and should be used more often by pilots as it provides details of your intentions not shown in the route fields. This is the area where you enter any en route delays in your flight. For example, circuits at the aerodrome, photography, survey work, or practice approaches. To signal a 20-minute delay at Porpoise Point, it will be entered as PRP 0020. For a 2-hour delay at the location, it would be PRP 0200. It is important to note also that any point you enter in the DLE field must be in your tracking details. So if it happens to be in your departure or destination, make sure you enter it in the tracking. Again, entering a short comment in the remarks to explain the delays advised, such as PRP aerial photography or NDB approach. SAR time and pilot details are straightforward. Double check the SAR time for correctness in regards to UTC time and date, and also EOBT plus EET. The phone number should be able to be contacted at any point once submitting the flight notification. If submitting a SAR time, AIP en route 1.10 states you should repeat your contact number in the originator field. Lastly, complete the supplementary details, which are very straightforward. This is now a complete single-stage VFR plan. You can enter more stages up to a maximum of 10 by clicking Add Stage at the top, and most details will carry over automatically, so you only enter details from your last destination. Once you have submitted your flight notification, it is sent electronically to NIS. If there are any formatting errors, if the route is not published, or if the flight notification contains lats and longs or bearing and distances, the flight notification will be directed to the briefing office for manual processing. Please submit flight notifications at least 30 minutes in advance to avoid any delays. NIS will send you a copy of the information you submitted. Remember to check that the details match those you intended to enter. If you have submitted a SAR time, it is important that you remember to cancel it via NIS, over the radio, or phone to 1-800-814-931 to prevent unnecessary follow-up or SAR action. We hope you found today's video helpful. Further information can be obtained from the NAIPS Internet Service User Manual, which is located in the Documents and Download section. If you have any questions, please call the briefing office on 1-800-805-150. If you have any feedback or would like to see an educational package on a certain topic, please fill out the Contact Us form, which is located on the Airservices website under Contact Us.